Yunus, peace be upon him, was one of the prophets of Allah, who was sent by Allah to guide a disobedient nation. The city he was sent to was called Nineveh. The people living there were idolaters. Yunus called them to the worship of Allah, but those people were disobedient. They did not consider anything of Yunus to be true, and they stood firm on their words. Yunus explained them a lot, but when they did not understand, Yunus became frustrated and left the city without waiting for the order of Allah. When they left the town, they told the people that Allah's punishment will come upon you. The people took it as a joke that what Yunus is saying is not going to happen. As soon as Yunus left the town, black clouds began to appear here. When Yunus reached the seashore and boarded in the boat, when boarded, there was a storm on the sea. During the time of Yunus, peace be upon him, it was believed that there was a disobedient person boarded on the boat, due to which this storm came and the boat was in trouble. All the boatmen cast vote after casting votes 3 times. The name of Yunus came out 3 times, on which the boatmen said to Yunus, peace be upon him, that you should jump from this boat, so that this storm will subside. So Yunus jumped into the sea. It was Allah's ordered that a big fish would come, and it will eat Yunus, but at the same time, Allah Almighty ordered that it should be preserved in its stomach as my trust and not digested. When Yunus was swallowed by a fish, but not digested, the whole body remained in its stomach in the belly of the fish. At that time Allah commanded the pebbles in the sea to recite my glorification. In the same time Yunus learned and thought that maybe I had disobeyed my Lord. So now here my Lord is guiding me and teaching me a lesson through pebbles. Yunus started reading this verse. He continued to do so. Then Allah ordered that the fish should now take my trust out of its stomach. When the fish came out of the sea, and it spilt Yunus and threw him out the sea, Yunus, while stayed in the water in the belly of the fish, and became like flesh, just like a small child. At that time, by the command of Allah, a pumpkin tree grew there, as the leaves of the pumpkin are very large. Yunus lived in its shadow, and ordered a wild goat to give milk to Yunus. So Yunus was gradually returning to his recovery. The people were also returning when they saw that the storm had come. They went out to look for Yunus. Yunus, you who used to say, worship Allah and turn to Allah, you were right. As soon as you left the town, Allah began to send black clouds upon us as a punishment. Even then we had made up our minds that we would find Yunus and believe in his Lord, who would help us. So success will be found in this way to us. Thus Yunus nation is the only nation who believed and obeyed Allah Almighty and abandoned idolatry.